Hello everyone, I'm going to present the group assignment number 3. The topic for the assignment is News Article Sentimental Analysis, and we are going to do this using the RSS feeds. So let me just quickly describe the agenda for the assignment. We are going to collect the data from an outside source using the method web scraping. We are going to collect all the feeds from the RSS feeds from the two news feeds channels. We are going to build a data model object that suits our data collection. We are going to store this data in a cloud base. We are going to use the Azure MS SQL database for this. We'll be building up a presentation that describes the data source, data model, and process of acquisition. We are going to build a .NET application to describe the data scrapped from the newsfeed. And then finally, we are going to visualize the data in Power BI to showcase the sentimental analysis. So I'll explain about the data. What is RSS feed? RSS is stated as really simple syndication. RSS means that a simple text file with all the imperative informations such as hot news, articles, and current affairs around the globe. There are multiple news channels using the RSS feeds to show the top latest news to their readers. So why we have selected the BBC News and the Guardian? We are using BBC News and the Guardian News for scrapping the RSS feeds, since we can apply the scrapping skills easily on the Guardian News channel as they provide the feed and code structure too. And BBC News have frequent updates in the news feed which can be scrapped using scrapping techniques and have good data inflow updated at a good rate. So let's discuss about the architecture. We are going to get the data collection. For the collection of RSS feed from the news channel, we are using web scraping. Building a data model that needs to be used later on and has the data taken from the feeds, we are going to create a data model. Then we are going to have a cloud database, and there we are going to store the RSS feeds in a cloud database. And then we are going to build up a .NET application to display the news feeds, title and description and the summary with the analysis done in scrapping. Finally, we are going to showing the visualization for the sentimental analysis done so far on the RSS feeds. So roles and responsibility for the team members we have. Ayush Sharma, he is the dashboard developer. He is going to show the visualizations done in the Power BI. Mani is the programmer. She is going to showcase how the data is being stored and how to create a .NET web application. Madhuri Sharma, I am the business analyst and I have taken out the data which we are going to use further as a data. And then we have Nilanjana Chhabra. She is the Python developer. She has done the scrapping in our project. So we are going to jump on the tools and technologies used. So this is the web scraping with Python, and like we have used a Beautiful Soup, and then we are going to save the scrap data in the CSV or Excel format, and then we are using the Azure database for like the queries to collect the data, and then Visual Studio for making the .NET application, and then the running of the analysis in Power BI. So this is the architectural diagram. So the links used for the RSS feeds are like from the BBC and the Guardian, and these were the links which were used basically for the scrapping purpose. So from now I'll be handovering this to Nilanjana, and she'll be continuing with the scrapping part.
Thank you, Madhuri, for the brief overview. Now I, Nilanjana, will cover the scraping part. These are the links which we used for the RSS feeds, the BBC and the Guardian. These are the libraries which we will be using for scraping. By importing the required libraries for fetching the feeds in the RSS from different news sites, we can fetch the aspects to collect the data from the websites. And this will be the code which I'll be discussing further. Moving on, before we move with our code, we need to install external packages and libraries on our Anaconda prompt. So that's the pip install text blob, then pip install feed parser, and then lastly the pip install Wadir sentiment, which we need for our sentiment analysis. Later on, the web scraping part, so we have utilized Beautiful Soup. So it's a Python package that is used in parsing of the HTML and the XML tags. The feed parser, which is one of the best Python module for downloading the syndicated fields and further parsing these feeds. Then for removing the stop words also, we have used a command. This helps in removing the unimportant words so that the importance is given to the words that we need for an analysis. Sentiment analysis, it's one of the most powerful machine learning model that can extract the information from the texts, which in turn shows the sentiments as positive, negative, neutral scores. So now we start with the Wadeer sentiment analyzer. Basically, web scraping is done on web platforms to fetch the data directly from the web sources to our local system with the help of programming. For this assignment, we will be using sentiment analysis for scraping the data of the two news channels. So our approach will be a rule-based sentiment analysis. This technique uses a dictionary of words labeled by a sentiment to determine the sentiment of a sentence in terms of negative, positive, neutral sentiment scores using the Wadeer sentiment library. TextBlob is a Python library that offers the API access to different NLP tasks such as sentiment analysis and returns two properties of a given input, that is a polarity which ranges between -1 to 1 and a subjectivity which ranges between 0 to 1. Now we proceed with the code. First, we will be talking about the libraries that we import. So first is RE. RE stands for the regular expression. So we are using it for parsing the title and store it into the database. Next is the feed parser. Feed parser is used for parsing the article in the RSS feeds. Moving on is the string. String is used for converting the scraped articles into the string and inserting them into the database. Next is the NLTK. So NLTK stands for Natural Language Toolkit. It is a platform used for building programs for the text analysis. Then we have stop words. Stop words is used to remove the unimportant words from the text which we are going to process. And then comes the most important library, that's the Wadeer sentiment analyzer, which we will be using for the sentiment analysis. Moving further, we are now assigning the name to the URL. So feed URL will be storing our URL. Then we are displaying the data. So we are getting all the XML tags here. Then we will be using the beautiful SOAP and pandas library. This is the clean_text function, which is used to scrape data from the news outlet. These are the two columns which we are trying to fetch from this URL. So that's the title and the summary. Now we are creating a data frame called the news df. Then we are passing URL with the feed parser library. And later on, we are performing the for loop iteration for each of the records in the news feed. So here, this is the output, which is having a title and the summary. And if we see, that contains the total content. Now we will be deleting those stop words. Then we will be using TextBlob. So TextBlob offers the API access to the sentiment analysis. This will be also used to calculate the sentiment score from TextBlob. Then we will be calculating the sentiment score from Wadeer, and this is the object which we have created, the analyzer. So this shows us the title, summary along with the sentiment value. Here we will again be using the for loop for each item, and it will display us the sentiment for each sentence. Moving further, now we will be returning the 4 sentiment scores using the Wadeer. So like we said, there are 4 sentiment scores like positive, negative, neutral and compound, which we will be calculating for the sentence that we have fetched. So if we see, this is the title, this is the summary, and these are the sentiment scores which we are getting. So there is a compound value, there is a positive value, a negative and a neutral. And later on, we will be exporting this data into the CSV using this command. And the similar code we have for BBC. So I'll just give a quick walkthrough of it. Yeah, so we will be importing this library, then we will be parsing the URL, which is this, and we will be using beautiful SOAP and pandas, then a clean text functionality for scraping the data set. And similarly, we will be having the 2 columns. So as the output states, this is the title and then the summary. Then we will be removing the stop words and utilizing the same to get the sentiment value. Later on, we will be using these to get the positive, negative, neutral and the compound scores. And lastly, we will be also exporting this data into the CSV file and naming it as News BBC Scrapped. Yeah, so these are the scraped files which we got. This is from The Guardian and this is from the BBC. Now Mani will take over and she will explain you about the database storage. Thank you. Mani can proceed now.
Hello everyone, my name is Mani and now I will explain the process that how we are transferring the data from CSV files to our Azure database. So as you can see, before running the code or anything else, the tables are empty. This is BBC News table and this one is Guardian News table. So the data, there is no data on database in these tables. So for transferring the data from CSV to Azure database, I'm using the web application. So I have created window application for transferring the data in Visual Studio. I have created two applications. One is for BBC News and another one is for Guardian News. So both the application are connected with their respective tables of Azure database. Guardian News is connected with Guardian News table and BBC application is connected with the BBC News table. So if we go through the code, on import click button, I have passed the database connections and details also in the app config file, and on click of this import button the data will transfer from the grid to the tables. So let's see how this application work. So this is the window that will appear, and so when I click on this button, this will ask me what file I want to import. So from all files, I'll select BBC News. Before selecting the file, the grid is empty because the grid is connected to the database tables, and right now there is no record in the table. When I load the file, all the data will appear in this data grid view. Now when I click on the import button, this grid data will transfer to the Azure database. Now I am clicking on import button. So this message is just telling me that the data is successfully loaded on the database. Now let's check. Let me check on the SSMS first, which is connected with our Azure database. So data appears here. Now let's again check for the BBC News here. So yes, so the data appears on the database as well. Now let's check same for the Guardian News. I'm running the application for the Guardian News. So window appears. So I'm selecting the file for the Guardian News. I'm following the same process and open this file. Select this file. Data appears on grid view and on import click. Yeah, I got the message of finish. It means the data is uploaded. So let's check the data for the Guardian table. So I'm selecting. So yes, the data is appear on the Azure, as well as if I check the same is for the same table in the SSMS which is connected with our Azure, you can see the server, and if I execute, the data is also appear on the SSMS. So by using this data which is on Azure tables on BBC and the Guardian News, we are going to further create our visualizations or create our reports, and that part will explained by Ayush.
Thank you, Mani, for the detailed explanation. So now coming on to the visualization using Power BI. So these were the visualization. These are the dashboards that we created. This is one for the BBC news outlet. This one is for the Guardian. And to show a live usage of the dashboard, I'll switch on to the Power BI section. So all the data here was imported using the connection with the Azure database. To confirm that the connection is being set with the Azure database that we created earlier. This is the database, Azure database that we created, and this is the SSMS to manage our queries and tables. We have our database on Azure, and any changes that we make into the SSMS or query that we make across our database will reflect on the visualization that we see here on Power BI. three visualizations. This is the pie chart, which consists of the variables, which are the negative, positive, and neutral sentiments for the BBC News, and this is the common words cloud. Wherein we can see England 2020 Euro. These are mainly the highlighted words which were more prominent during these days, and this is basically the summary, the entire RSS feed summary, which is spread across the sentiment values which are depicted here. Coming on to the Guardian dashboard. Guardian dashboard is again similar to this, but we can see here the positive percentage of the sentiments is quite low if you compare it to the negative one, because we can see these are mostly related to COVID, vaccine, Haiti president assassination, protests, and restrictions. That these are the news that we can see in these feeds which are captured. So conclusion of for this analysis was from this visuals that we established from Power BI. So BBC feeds mostly comprise of the sports news, which can be seen for these particular days, which is 11th to 12th of July. And in the summary tables, we can see that the Guardian has more of the coverage of the global news when we compare it to BBC. So this also relates to the sentiments when they are compared, and we can see the negative sentiments have higher percentage in the Guardian one. So next, what are the most common words which we can see here is the finals, Euro 2020 final, as earlier we saw in the word cloud, and for the Guardian it was Haiti president assassination protests and these things. Further, we can also analyze few basic things, that there are unique 14 counts for the sentiments in BBC, and there are 42 for the Guardian one, and this can be seen in the under Power BI when we go into the comparison tab. Here we can also change the values depending upon the maximum minimum values, and the counts can be seen here. If we just want to see for the one, the BBC sentiment has 14 values. So according to these visualization, we can also deduce that these are the minimum and maximum values, and from the maximum, if we compare the maximum values here, the difference justifies that why Guardian has more negative sentiments here. So these are the references and reference link to the SharePoint for our project. So hopefully you liked our work here, and we are looking forward to the feedback, and hereby I end the presentation.